Hello YouTube, I'm back with another video today. It's gonna be a juicy one. I'm gonna go over all the changes that Blizzard just announced for PvP. It's coming up this reset. I'm gonna go over the solo shuffle fix they announced as well. It's gonna be a good one. Let's get into it. Right, so recently, or if you've played solo shuffle in Dragonflight, in PvP, like if you're doing rated PvP in Dragonflight and you're doing solo shuffle, we had this bad experience of people leaving and running the game for us, and we've been giving so much feedback to Blizzard to fix it, and here it is, dude. Blizzard comes back with an amazing fix. It's awesome. It's awesome, dude. So Blizzard announced that they will make some changes to the system of solo shuffle that will basically prevent players from leaving it, or not prevent, but like encourage players to not leave it rather. The fix will be that you will lose rating and MMR when you leave a solo shuffle now. So if you didn't know, people left solo shuffle before because they didn't lose the MMR. They would keep their matchmaking system or matchmaking rating and lose only current rating, but they wouldn't lose the MMR. So what Blizzard did is that they changed it that they lose both. So now losing will actually make you actually lose. So people will probably not leave because of that. There's also some other minor adjustments, like this double check with players when they're about to leave. They give them 5 seconds and tell them how much they're gonna lose. There's also a really nice one here. It says players who leave excessively will be subject to account review and suspension, as abandoning matches repeatedly is a violation of our terms of services via exploiting functionality to determine of the game environment and the intended player experience. So that means if you leave and you ruin other people's experience, you also might get a suspension on your account, which is such a good change in my opinion. If you do it excessively, you should get punished because you're ruining other people's experience. And this is an amazing change. Everyone has been waiting for this. They were on holidays, that way it was delayed, but here it is. Here it is. The changes, or the notes for the changes. Then we're gonna do the tier list after that. I mean, overall, it's good changes. I disagree with some, but I agree with the most. I really like most of the changes. I really disliked some changes I would have loved to see. But yeah, let's get into it and go over them real quick here. And then I'm gonna do my tier list for next reset after the changes and how I think the meta will be or should be shifting to. But let's get into it. Feral, all ability damage increased by 3%. That's really crazy because Feral does so much damage. I feel like Feral didn't need a damage buff for PvP at least, but they're getting this in PvP. It's gonna be huge for Ferals. Demon Hunter, it's on top of my tier list as well. It's pretty overpowered right now, or was like S plus or unfair tier in my old tier list. It got nerfed on Hunt right here down there. It got nerfed on Glimpse and Soul Rending Leech. So healing in PvP is reduced, Glimpse damage reduction is reduced as well. That's double defensive nerf, which is gonna impact Demon Hunters a lot, in my opinion. Essence break damage, the one shot and the their big damage is also nerfed down, which is very fair. I think it's a good change for the game overall. We go for Evoker Devastation, got a huge buff on the damage overall. I think it will help them like do more sustain and also like overall damage. Survival buffs. Survival, I'm expecting survival to be really crazy. Coming up with some jungle with the feral buffs. Also there's holy priest buffs. Jungle is gonna be doing great, I think. I see feral making it back big. I feel like I'm gonna be playing Ebola as well on my DK. I'm loving this. But I feel like feral might be a bit overtuned. Based on the games I've been playing against Ferals. Fire Mage, little buff here and there. This is the PvE notes. Mistweaver buff, all healing as well as some sustained damage. This will help Crane Monks and will help Windwalkers as well. Red buffs, really needed. Crusader, etc. Their abilities. Holy Priest buff, really needed, really deserved in my opinion. Also, we'll take that. There's a Shadow Priest adjustments, nerfs, mostly. They will take 5% more damage. Mind Blast increased. All damage increased here, but this will be adjusted in the PvP section down there. They basically nerf everything for like 30 to between 30 to between 25 and 30%. Most of it, like most of the spells. So Priest will do less damage, will take more damage. I think it will still be good. I think it's good change. Outlaw Rogue, Affliction buffs, Destruction buffs, which I think this is the biggest stuff that I don't like, because Destruction was doing okay, and now everything else is kind of like adjusted and nerfed, but Destruction is buffed. So I think Destruction is gonna make it to be one of the best casters for sure on the next reset. PvP player patch notes, we went over the DH. Flexion also will be pumping with the damage buff for sure. Preservation. Preservation. So they did like a nerf for Preservation mana, which I think that was like, I feel like that was needed more for Rest Druid, not Preservation. Because Rest Druid was performing the best with mana overall. I feel like this will hurt Preservation a lot. So Evoker Healer will probably drop on my tier list a little bit because of that. Arcane, they nerfed the one shot from Arcane, they nerfed Glacial, but they also buffed it up there. So basically, not a big change for mages overall. Windwalker Monks, big changes for Windwalker Monks. They buffed the sustained damage, Blackout Kick, Tiger's Palm. They nerfed the big one shot they do though, Thunder Fist, which I think is gonna be a big buff for them, because when they get that 4 set, they're gonna be probably the best melee in the game, if not like top 3 for sure, I would say. Then we go to Flash. Heal is increased by 30%, was 20%. That's also like good change. I think Priest needed that kinda. Holy Priest gets big buffs as well here. Healing is increased by 35. I know this doesn't matter much in PvP, but Serenity 15% is big beside the other buffs on top. Shadow Priest adjustments here as we spoke before. And here's what I don't like again. Assassination. Assassination was probably arguably the best or the second best beside DH best melee. I expected like bigger change. They basically just nerfed the improved Garrote, but they didn't nerf like the overall assassination damage, which was hurting more. And the Shiv was untouched, which was also hurting more than anything in my opinion. Like shiving someone for 40 or 35% healing reduction was crazy and still crazy. So assassination still gonna remain so good, probably best melee or top 3 in my opinion. Lock change, Demonology was nerfed on the Fellstorm. Demon Fire damage increased by 75%, and Dreadbite reduced. The wolves or the little petty summons is increased or reduced. Defensive stance is now reducing damage done by 15% instead of 20%, which means when you go defensive stance as a warrior right now, you will do 5% more damage than you used to do before. So you can actually set defensive stance more, which is amazing for warriors. I feel like warriors will be in a good spot, but not now yet. Not this reset or this like this like change reset. It's gonna be good when they get Ignore Pain, which Blizzard announced that they're gonna get next patch 10.0.5. Arms Warrior will be sending it hard. Alright, now let's get into my tier list. I'm gonna just like give you guys a quick tier list for the changes. Just take a look, agree or disagree with me, it's fine, but I'm just telling you my speculations, what I think, how it's gonna be. for this reset or after this reset on Wednesday or Tuesday if you're an A. Well, yeah, let's get into it. So you have two tier lists here. The left one is my current tier list, and the second one, or the right one, is after the changes, how it will be. How will your class be on Wednesday or after this reset? I'm feeling like Lock will be kind of the same. Athlete at least will be kind of the same. Arcane, I'm expecting it to be kind of the same as well. Arms Warrior, I'm expecting it to be slightly better, but this will actually be A+ or S tier when they get Ignore Pain on next patch, not on this reset. Sub or Assassination. Assassination was not nerfed enough. It's gonna be probably the most broken melee beside Windwalker and Feral. That's how I see it. Assassination is gonna be crazy still. Boomy, for now, nothing changed, but with 4 set, Boomy will be going up here. Right now, I'll still keep it on a C or a B. We go for the Hunter, BM Hunter, I would say A+ still, or A for now. All the tanks is gonna be here. Brewmaster slightly better, Protection slightly better, put them there. Demonology Lock, I'm expecting Demo to still keep be pumping. It's gonna take over the Unholy Spot because we lost DH for DH DK with the nerfs for DH. I feel like Demo will be top S tier. Destro will be up there. I'm expecting Destros to be broken for some reason. I feel like they were already doing good. I played against a lot of Destro that plays the game well. I feel like they were pumping so much damage. They were doing good overall if the class is played right on top level. So I'm expecting them to go to the broken side a little bit more. Devastation, I feel like it's gonna go from A to A+ with the buffs. Could be S tier if you find the right comp. I feel like the spec is not explored yet as much as other specs, obviously. Disc Priest is gonna go from A+ to S tier. And you might disagree with me on this one. But you need to understand that they buffed Feral for 3%, they buffed Survival, and there's also 4 set for Survival coming up. We don't even have 4 set for Survival, and Survival does so much damage with 4 set. Jungle is gonna be back to the game, and Disc Priest is the healer for that. I feel like with the changes, Priest is gonna be S tier for sure. I'm still expecting Druid to be #1 healer, the broken one, the most played as well. Possibly until the jungle takes over, might take the spot as well later on, we'll see. Elemental Shaman, I think, will go to top S tier as well, because most of the other classes got adjusted, like SP. It could be broken actually, but for now I'm gonna put it on S tier. This has already been doing so much damage. Only weakness is survivability a little bit. Enhancement unchanged. I feel like they deserve a little buff to go up, but at the same time I think enhancement might make it with like a warrior, with the warrior buff 5%, or like when warrior gets Ignore Pain, we could see Turbo coming back. Feral Feral in my opinion will be broken. I think it's gonna be one of the best melees in the game. It's gonna be top 3 beside Rogue and Windwalker, and that's because of the Windwalker 4 set. Windwalker 4 set is gonna be crazy with the changes. You need to know, people you play against right now don't have the 4 set yet. Most classes do not have the full capacity. So I'm expecting Windwalker with the changes to be broken or S tier at least, top S tier. I'm expecting us to play with a Windwalker as a DK because we need a class that actually can carry the burst. We need a class that can, you know, be solid, bring Mortal Strike, because I'm worried a little bit about DK comps right now after the DH nerf, because DK was synergizing really well with DH. Other comps for DK didn't feel as great. So we'll see about that, but I want to try. I think my top 3 comps for DK would be Windwalker DK, Feral DK, which is Ebola, And the third one would be possibly Rogue DK or DH DK or Lock DK, but we'll see about that. I'm gonna test them all on my stream. You know where to find me. I'm live every day now, streaming full time, doing content full time. So I'm live on Twitch. You can scroll down, you'll find my Twitch. Tune in, watch the games, and judge by yourself. Fire Mage. I feel like Fire Mage will still be B tier. Not much have changed. Same with Frost DK. Same with like Frost Mage. Not much has changed. I feel like they could be A+ with lock buffs. They could play Resto Druid. Could be S tier if you play Resto Druid, Destro, Frost Mage. Resto Druid, Destro, Frost Mage is gonna be great. I think that comp only because of that comp. But without that comp, I would put Frost here or here. But for now, we leave it in the middle till we can confirm. Fury, I think, is not changed much, so we keep them in the A tier still. Guardian, we put it at the end in the D. Red buffs, I can see Red Warrior working now with the red buffs a little bit. With a good healer like a Restorer or a Disc Priest playing aggressive, could be great. Or a Holy Priest. Holy Priest used to be the healer for Warrior Red healer. So I'm gonna put them a little bit more up at A just because they didn't get survivability buffs, but I think Warrior will bring that. Holy Priest buffs will bring that. So it might be going to A+ or S tier later. We'll see about that, but for now, I'm gonna keep them at A. Demon Hunter. From Broken, I would say. With Foresight, it's gonna get some damage. It's gonna get pumped. I'm gonna drop it from Broken to S tier or A+. And that's because the jungle is rising, which means Demon Hunter will die, and Demon Hunter got nerfed already. Like on the defensive at least. Like, so it's like both ways. They buff the counters for Demon Hunter and they nerf Demon Hunter defensively and the damage. So overall, I would put it at A+. And drop it from Broken because DHDK as well is gonna be going down way much. Holy Priest is gonna be going from S tier to A or A+. It depends on the comps again. Same with like Red and Arms. Could be something too good, but I'm not sure about that yet, so we'll keep it in the A+. Holy Paladin, man. This is a painful story for my boys. I've experienced DK being bad for like 4 expansions, so I know how it is for Paladins right now. I mean, DK was not bad the whole 4 expansions. I know some people will be like, DK was broken that expansion or that season. Sure, we had like 2 or 3 good seasons for DK, like the past maybe 3 expansions. Or 4 seasons, maybe 5 seasons. But overall, the majority of the expansions, DK was not broken or top S tier like it was with DHDK before the nerfs. But Paladins, man, I feel like they deserve buffs. I don't know why they didn't get buffed. I feel like they should give them Sacred Shield back, or they give them like a big mana buff, Holy Shock buff. I feel like three little changes would bring them back. Sacred Shield from Wrath, mana buff, little Holy Shock buff, or like a little adjustment to like a PvP talent or something. That could bring them back. But I'm gonna sadly keep them here at the B tier or drop them to S tier now. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, Marksman, I would keep it here until we can test out and see the comps for it. I feel like Survival is gonna be the Hunter's pack. Played the most. Mistweaver got buffed on Crane, got buffed on base heal. It's going up for sure from A to A+, or even S tier later on, but for now I'm gonna keep it at A+, S tier. I'm expecting Crane to be broken because it's already healing a lot, and it got buffed on the damage, it got buffed on the healing. I'm really thinking it could be S tier, but for now I'm gonna keep it at A+. And you need to know, this video is before the changes, so I'm just like guessing. This is all guesses, nothing is certain. I'm just like telling you what I'm expecting, so don't go crazy. Outlaw, Outlaw with 4 set is gonna be insane. I would put it A+ for now. With 4 set, I think it could go higher. That's with 4 set only. Before 4 set, it's still B tier or A tier right now. DH is still better than Warrior though, and Frost is still better than Devastation. Devastation is like right here, DH is like right here, I would say. Let me, yeah, that looks and okay. If you see a little bit of changes here, I'm trying to keep this as short as possible, but I also want to tell you what I think and why. Preservation going from S tier in my old tier list to A+ beside Mistweaver. It'd be lower. The mana could hurt, but I don't think it's gonna hurt much. I think it will be Restorude, then Priest, only because of jungle, remember? And only because of like some comps being taken over. And then we go for Protection Warrior at the end. Resto Shaman is a tricky one. I feel like Resto Shaman could be good with like Lock SP or like Lock Feral or like Windwalker Lock. Windwalker Lock Resto Shaman. Could bring Resto Shaman here. But I'm gonna keep it A+ right now. Priest, I'm gonna put it at A+ because I know you guys will go nuts if I put it at S tier, but Jungle will bring it to S tier or Broken even. It could take out the Druids because Jungle traditionally could swap around. On HOTS, Dispel offensive with the Priest, go to Broken real quick. I'm gonna keep it S tier actually. That's fair, I think. But you get it. Right now, it would be like A or A+, but with Jungle, my expectation is to go to S tier. Unholy. Or Shadow Priest. Shadow Priest. I think it went down for sure. It was like unfair or broken in my old tier list. In this one, I'm gonna put it at... I don't think it's gonna be bad. So I'm gonna go low S tier or top A tier. Just because it was too good. So a little, like, some nerfs will not make it bad instantly. You need like few nerfs or crazy big numbers like 30% or 25% like they did to Enhancement Shaman earlier to actually make it really bad. So I would put it like low S tier right now beside like Demo and Ellie. I think Ellie could be broken with like Destro Ellie or like Demo Ellie could go to broken. But I'm gonna keep it at S tier right now. Sub Rogue, I'm gonna put it at I'm gonna drop it a little bit now because I feel like it might not have big comps in the meta. The meta is shifting towards like Pressure, Peril, Asa, Windwalker, Burst, Destro Burst, Lock Burst. I feel like the meta does not fit it as much right now, but it could be meta. We'll see. We'll see. I will let you guys or keep you guys updated overall. Now Survival. You might disagree with me, but I think Survival will be top. Will be S tier. Just because of the jungle again. It could be top S tier or low S tier. That's only when they get the 4 set with jungle, not right now. It might take a while for some players to get the 4 set and try jungle, but I'm expecting jungle to be crazy good. And Holy, we're left with the DK, dude. And Holy, I feel like was top S tier in my old playlist. I rated it top S tier, but right now, it's not D tier. What the fuck? Right now, I would drop it from top S tier to... I would drop it from top S tier to like mid A tier, like beside DH here, or even top A, just because there's no comps right now. Demo DK could be a comp, but there's no confirmed comps for me. I feel like Windwalker DK could bring DK from A to S tier, just like how it was with DH DK. But we need a class like a Windwalker or Ebola to synergize with. That's where Unholy shines. You need a class that you can utilize your abilities with, and he does the impact. He does the big burst, you do the gameplay, you're the playmaker kind of. But you also have insane pressure and insane like overall impact on the game. So right now I'll put it like here, around here. It could go lower if we have no comps, it could go higher if we actually have comps. But yeah, I'm looking forward to try Resto Druid DK Windwalker, Block DK, Healer, Ebola, which is like Feral, Feral and Holy DK, Assassination Rogue DK as well. I want to try that comp. Survival DK. There's a lot of options that I want to try. I don't know yet which will be the best, but I'm expecting Windwalker, Feral, and Survival possibly to be like top 3 or like lock. But Windwalker and Feral is my top 2 choices for Unholy DK. Coming up with the 4 set and everything, not before the 4 set as always. I think we have it, guys. We have the new tier list. Alright guys, and that's a wrap. Let's wrap it up. I have a new video coming up after this one. It's gonna be my solo shuffle highlights. It's gonna be insane games. I've played so many good games while playing solo shuffle on my main DK. As you can see here, we blasted it to rank 1 world. We broke the 3k record for DK, first DK to get 3k in the new expansion, Dragonfly. I'm gonna highlight the best games out of this push. I'm gonna make it into a video and send it to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that one as well. It's coming up. Like and subscribe, be notified, and much love as always, guys.